Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple basalt bridge builder in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It also works in Java Edition, of course. So basically it isn't the best one because it's basically a bridge builder that can make a bridge up to 13 blocks long, which is not too bad. But you need all of these items to make it, so it's not really that great. But it still can make a 2 block width, like how wide it is. It can make a 2 block wide bridge out of basalt. And it is pretty simple to build. It's pretty easy, but you just need a lot of materials. So you need all of these materials plus some temporary blocks if you're on survival. And that's it basically. And also, if you're in survival mode, it's a bit harder to make it, but I'm going to explain everything so you just don't mess up or anything. So without further ado, let's start the building process. So how it's gonna work, it's gonna have 2 basalt generators, and then there's going to be pistons moving the basalt towards the middle, and then there's going to be 2 pistons that are going to move those blocks. So we're gonna have like a little bridge. So let's start by building our first basalt generator. So here we're gonna have soil. Here we're gonna have smooth stone, just like this. And here you have it. Now, you don't need to make like the basalt generator actually like so high, but whatever, you can make it like that, or you can just make it a bit shorter. So now we have to place some blocks over here, and we're gonna have to use some lava so we can place it down later. And when you have finished this one, now you need to destroy this block, then replace it with a piston, place an obsidian block over here, and here we have the first generator. So next we're gonna have to skip 1 block, so here we're skipping 1 block and a second block. Now here's going to be our 2 blocks wide bridge builder. It's going to be basically the bridge. So over here we're gonna have to make a simple thing. So we're gonna have to place pistons facing this way and make sure the pistons are in this exact position. So when you move these basalt blocks over here, then what is going to happen is just going to move them towards this way. So now we're gonna have to actually make the second one, the second basalt generator, or whatever you call it. So here, as you see, we have a 1 block gap. Same over here. So we're gonna start building the basalt generator over here. So here we go. As you see, we're just gonna do the same thing, but except this piston doesn't actually have to face this way. It needs to face this way. And the obsidian block is going to be here, of course. And the rest of it is just the same. So blue ice, just like this. Here we go. Next, we're gonna have to place down these blocks. Just like that. And here we go. We have the second basalt generator. Now, we're not gonna activate one of them yet because we're gonna have to first do the redstone. So, we're gonna have to place one redstone dust on this block here so we can activate the piston. Next, we're gonna have a simple redstone torch just like this, and same thing over here. So we place this block, and here we go. Next, we're gonna have to do a really simple thing over here. So we're gonna place some redstone over here, except here we're gonna have to have a little bump, let's say, and I'm going to explain it to you later why we need that bump, because, well, it's really important. So as you see, we have already placed down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 redstone dust, and in total we need 15. And you might be thinking, why is it an uneven number? It's just because we're gonna have a lever that can activate and deactivate the whole thing, and because of that, we're not gonna have 14 redstone dust but 15. Also, here you have the choice. You can either look, I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. As you see, if I place down a redstone torch like this, what is going to happen? These blocks are going to move. I mean, these pistons. So you can either place redstone over here, or you don't need to. So, whatever you want. So, next, we're gonna have to actually make this whole thing work. And it is really simple. Here we're gonna basically have a redstone clock, which, if you don't know what it is simply this simple contraption. So 2 repeaters facing different ways, and redstone dust around here. Then, just to make sure you don't activate anything, just place some blocks here. Now, we're gonna activate it. So, just like this, we're activating it. Then, we remove the redstone torch, and all we need to do is destroy it and place it down quickly, and here's what we're gonna have. Now, we're gonna have to make a pretty interesting thing, which is actually part of our contraption. So just I destroyed this block just to show you an example of what happened. So yeah, this is what happens. So now we place 2 sticky pistons here. Next, we have to do this. So we place a block here, blocks over here, and finally we're gonna have a lever. So over here, a lever, and now if you've done everything right to this point, we're gonna have this. We're still not done. I mean, we are done, but except we need to add a little bit of things here. So, first thing that we need to do is place some lava over here, in both of these. So make sure you do this exactly the same thing. So you place lava here, then you're gonna get basalt here. Same thing for here, just like that. And now we're basically done. So we can already test it. It is of course going to work. So we're not gonna forget this. So placing both of the redstone dust here. And just to explain it to you, just how it works. So here we're gonna have the redstone clock that is going to activate these pistons really quickly. Also, we're gonna have it also activating this torch and deactivating it. So this one also moves constantly, but there is an inverted signal here. So basically, these are not going to move at the same time. So this is a pretty interesting one. And finally, if we flick this lever back, it just starts working. And it is pretty satisfying because you can see it just works perfectly and it's super satisfying. As you see, it's going to stop when there's going to be 13 blocks in a row like that. And it's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And by the way, I invented this, so that's why it isn't perfect, because it is not infinite, but at least it is super easy to make. Except the materials you need. Like, I literally just invented this thing a few hours ago, and I just memorized it. So here we go. The bridge is done. And if you want to extend it, all you need to do is basically add the same thing over here. Continue it. So here we go. We're gonna have like the bridge ending here. Then you do the same thing. You place it, and then you can just make a giant bridge. So yeah, that's basically how it works. So why I put some obsidian on both sides? Well, there's a reason for that. It's just because if we didn't have the obsidian, it would be a bit strange because it would technically sometimes it would bug the game. I mean, actually maybe just on my platform, it just with the basalt blocks, it was pushing this. It was pushing the whole thing, So this was pretty dumb. So I decided to just, place obsidian blocks on both sides, so it just never does that. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Actually, if this was pretty a cool video for you and you liked it, make sure you like the video because it just encourages me to make just more cool videos and everything, Also, make sure you subscribe because of course I'm going to make a special video at 300 subscribers. And make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss out on any new video. And click the video on the top left corner of the screen. The video is basically recommended to you by YouTube because YouTube thinks you might like it. And that's it for this video, guys. See you next time. Goodbye.